Presenters, welcome back. Coach Tom here today to talk about Kyrie Irving addressing the media about his disappearance. For those that don't know, I'm actually a psychologist. My background was a school psychologist. Psychologist turned personal trainers, turned performance enhancement, corrective exercise. I'm an investor, basketball coach. So a lot of my foundation comes from psychology and where your head is at. Players, especially younger players these days, you grow up in a world of social media and internet. Things happen very, very quickly. So when things happen quickly, it doesn't really always relate to time. What I mean is iteration or repetition. So for someone like Kyrie Irving, who's naturally introverted and closed off, if he hears something bad about himself, he's going to go inside and wall off. And since he's in the public sphere, the public will assume things about him and say, bad things about him. And he will hear that and he will close off even more. And since he's closed off even more speculation, more bad things will come out. They'll just assume bad things about him because media thrives off of negative information. More negative stuff, he goes into another loop of closing off even tighter, more, and you get this positive feedback loop. Positive meaning the more you have of something, the more you reinforce it, the more you do it. So more negative news, wall off, more negative news, wall off even more negative. This feedback loop, it's a positive feedback loop. And in a post that I put on my Instagram, all positive feedback loops lead to instability. So the more it happens, the more iterations, the more cycles that happens, he's going to basically break down or collapse, or that structure will collapse. And you saw it happen. In life, you need balance. So I use the example of, if your mom is the nurturing kind, you need the harder side, if that's going to be your dad, to balance that out. If your mom is always saying you're great, your dad has to say you suck to balance you out. If someone just tells you that you're great all the time and you just get this feedback loop, you're going to be overly cocky. You're going to think you're God or something like that. You're going to be way too cocky. However, on the other hand, if you have a dad and you don't have a mom, all you get is the negative stuff, and he just beats you up all the time. Oh, you suck. How come you aren't any better? You'll never amount to anything. All you're going to be is a very self-doubt type person. You're going to fall into a depression. You're going to fall into anxiety. You're going to get different problems. So no matter what positive feedback loop you get, if it's just all positive praise and stuff like that, or just negative comments, they're both the same feedback loop. You need both interacting all the time, and that brings balance, which Kyrie Irving talked about. You need some negative comments and you need some positive comments. So some people react differently. If they get one positive comment, if I'm coaching somebody and all they need is one positive little thing, and they can take that and multiply it in their brain, like, oh my God, coach said I did a great job today, they're going to go run through a wall for me. If you have other players, if I give them a positive feedback, they're so used to it that they want feedback all the time. Hey, great job, do it again, good job today, great job. All they want is great job. I can say it 1,000,000 times before it really even affects them. But if I say one negative thing like, oh, you were lazy today, they'll go home and cry or be mad at me forever. You have to find that balance between inside of yourself, your self-awareness of yourself. How much positive feedback do you need? How much negative do you need? And that's really controlled by your brain and the things that you consume. Social media in general it's not real. It happens way too fast. You're consuming videos, so many. And I'm guilty of this too. I watch things on 1x, not just 1x. I listen to things and learn things on 2x. So I'm consuming tons and tons of information to learn at double the speed that any normal person can actually process. So if you're not aware of where you are in your own mind, self-aware of where you're at, you're going to go through these loops of depression or anxiety or mania or manic stuff. You're gonna get caught up in the hype culture. of just hyping up things, and it happens all the time. Media just speeds it up. They're the ones increasing the repetitions of you seeing it. So that's why you see players, just do highlight stuff, and they're working on all the stuff that's just like distracting them. When I say just focus on shooting and accuracy, that's kind of your most important thing. The movements, not so much lifting weights, how fast you lift weights, how much weights can you lift. You have to really focus on the important things. So remember to stay balanced in your approach. Really, really understand where you're at. Kyrie Irving is just a human being. At the very base layer, he's a human. He has his emotions. He's going through everything that everyone else is going through with coronavirus, bubble NBA being all weird, new teammates, new organization, new ownership, new coach. He's dealing with a lot of things, especially if he's really close to his family and he's being affected by all of this negativity around him, that he's just trying to do too much and he's not getting the help that he needs to balance him out. So all he's hearing is the negative stuff. So money doesn't always solve all those problems. So it's really the battle within your own mind. Now I have this quote that I leave on my desk, and I kind of want to leave it to you guys to interpret it your own way. And here it is. It sits on my desk here. It says, I'm in competition with no one. I run my own race. I have no desire to play the game of being better than anyone in any way, shape, or form. I just aim to improve, to be better than I was before. That's me, and I'm free. When you guys can understand that, when you reach that level of freedom in your mind, freedom of judgment from others, you will be much happier. And I will leave you with that. 1%ers, remember, take 14 minutes, 24 seconds, or 1% of your day to get better.